Hello one and all, and welcome to Lilac 10, where once a month I create my own top 10 list on some sort of anime subject. Around last year when I released the Lilac 10 video from May, I had suddenly gotten a suggestion for another one because it would make a lot more sense to talk about this subject rather than the one I initially did. So since May is the month for Mother's Day, and yes, I know I am very late to the party, here's my list of top 10 anime moms. These first two entries aren't really Mother of the Year material, but at least they care about their kids. Kinda.
In the case of Medusa from Soul Eater, she does have some amount of love for Krona, to the point where she wants to make him stronger and powerful so she can be happy. Granted, her methods aren't the best in the world, and she pretty much scars the poor kid for life and makes herself terrifying to him, but he still loves her regardless of it all, and she just wants to make sure her child will be able to do well for himself.
Yeah, Medusa's at the bottom of this list for a reason, and that's because I kind of had a hard time trying to come up with moms that I knew for this list. Diva from Blood Plus is another mother who's not exactly Mother of the Year material, but unlike Medusa, you can at least honestly say she cares about her kids.
True, she is trying to take over the world and kill her sister Saya, and she becomes pregnant through rather horrendous means, but once she does get pregnant, and even up through to the end of the series, she slowly forms a motherly bond with her girls, and she tries her best to protect them until the very end. And one of her motives for doing what she has done throughout the series is to make sure her girls are born into a world where they belong. All things considered, for a villain, she's not too bad of a mom.
This next anime mom is a case of she's not there for an extreme amount of time, but she at least manages to make a huge impact on her child.
Carola Yeager leaves a significant impact on her son Eren during the first episode of Attack on Titan, one she ends up eaten during a Titan invasion. Prior to this, we see she really loves Eren and will do what she can to protect him, even refusing to let him join the Survey Corps. After forcing Eren and Mikasa to run instead of being killed alongside her, this causes Eren to see the world for what it really is for the first time, and affirms his vendetta against Titans, as well as some guilt as his last conversation with his mother prior to her death not ending on the best of terms.
For being the motivation for her son's future actions, as well as being a caring and loving parent, Carola Yeager manages to take the number 8 spot. One example of a cool mom, Aki Hinata from Sergeant Frog may just do the trick.
She's very matter-of-fact and fun, completely accepting of Karo and the other platoon members. She even lets the fearless leader stay in the basement when he first arrives, even if there's a ghost living there too. Aki is one of the more easygoing moms on this list and will get herself caught up in the Armful Platoon's schemes at times, but that doesn't mean she won't do some butt-kicking of her own when her kids or the little frogs get into some trouble. Believe me, you will know when you are in trouble. She's just that kind of mom.
So this one isn't quite one of the better moms on my list. However, Mayakam from Razafan does care about her family and sacrifices a lot for her son Ayato, as well as her people, the Moon.
Despite being a little bit controlling and forcing Ayato to pilot the Razafan, Maya does the best she can in order to protect her son and raise him to be the person he decides to be. And when he leaves Tokyo Jupiter and chooses to be with Haruka, she fully supports this decision, respecting his happiness and the happiness of her niece.
While her actions throughout this series aren't exactly the best to some, her motivations tell a completely different story and actually shows us how pretty cool of a mom Maya can be. These next 3 moms are gonna have one thing in common. They're all dead. As saddening as this is, it's because of the impact that they leave on their children that makes them such amazing moms.
The first being Kyoko Hanafin from Fruits Basket. As a single mother raising little Toru, she works hard but also is a wonderful mentor for her daughter. Not only that, but she even has an impact on Toru's friends as they each see her as a wonderful mother and mentor who just cares so much. While she has passed away prior to the start of the series, her lessons and words of wisdom still live on in Toru's life as she grows into a kind person, as well as while living among the Soma household. Sometimes with that wisdom affecting the Somas, even while they have never met her.
A woman who impacts her child and the people around her? Pretty sure that's a good mom right there. Once again, I have not seen all of Fullmetal Alchemist, but despite that, I still think Trisha Elric is a pretty fantastic mother.
From what I can gather, she's a strong support for both Edward and Alphonse in regards to their interest in alchemy, but she is also supportive of her husband, even if one of her sons isn't his biggest fan for part of the series. She's a kind-hearted woman adored by her sons, and her death becomes a major influence for their actions. Specifically, they attempt to bring her back to life at the cost of limbs and entire bodies.
I believe there's much more to her character in the series, but I can't say much more than that. I still need to watch the damn thing. I promise, this is the last mother on this list that ends up dead. Okay, so she may not be their birth mother, but One Piece's Bellamere does take an orphaned Nami and Nojiko and raises them all on her own.
Sure, the trio had their struggles, mostly in the way of money to fend for themselves, but that doesn't mean that Bellamere wouldn't do anything in order to protect her girls. Initially hiding them away from Arlong's sight as he begins his taxing of Kokoyashi Village, Bellamere only has enough money to either save herself or the girls. When the little ones come out of hiding, she decides to save the girls rather than protect herself, and dying as the end result. While they may have had their hard times, Bellamere's influence on both girls as well as the entire village is ever present, as the former Marine officer who saved 2 orphan children she cared so dearly for.
Seeing that kind of devotion to your child, even though they weren't yours to begin with, is something that I think makes Bellamere an amazing mother. All aboard the nostalgia train! Choo choo! You know, for a series that's kind of been around since we were kids, Pokemon still has a good amount of influence on us.
Ash's mom may not appear too often, but when she does, she's the classic mother looking to take care of her son and make sure he's doing well while on his journey. That's really the appeal of Ash's mom right there. She babies Ash quite a bit, but hey, that's just what moms do. They tend to baby their kids and make sure they are doing what they should and taking care of themselves. Especially if the kid is off on a journey like Ash has been for years now. Simple mother to understand, but still one of the fun ones.
This final entry is a combination of plenty of the other moms on this list. She's a single parent who leaves an impact on her children and can be rather cool at times. Did I also mention that she is the mother of a couple of wolf children?
Hana from the film Wolf Children not only displays the qualities that I just listed, but she's also a kind-hearted woman who wants the best for her children no matter what they decide to do with their lives. Raising 2 kids on her own after the love of her life dies is rather difficult, and causes some major sacrifices for her life. While we get to see Hana grow as a mother while her children grow, we also get to see those struggles she faces as both a new and single mother, as well as the mother of 2 little rambunctious wolf children. Because of her story, Hana is my #1 anime mom.
There you have it, my top 10 anime moms. Think I left someone? Let me know in the comments below. And before you ask, yes, I am going to be covering Anime Dads next month. Don't worry about it. Please like and subscribe if you have not already, and check out the blog for much more. Until next time, otaku on, my friends.